Hi everyone, it's Bianca. Today I'm going to show you how to hem some trousers. So these are the trousers we're working with. As we can see, they are quite long. So I'm going to show you how we're going to take it up. So we grab the trousers and we basically start to roll them up like this. And as you can see, that's looking more acceptable to the length we want. And make sure you have some pins handy. So I'm basically going to just roll up the trousers like so. Continue. These are quite long, so I'm going to continue doing this until I get a length I want. That there looks good to me. So I'm going to insert a pin. Great. So there, that's looking great. Now I'm going to do the same all around. Put a pin here. Now we do the same thing at the back. And the same on the inside of that same leg. And finally on the inner leg, like so. And we do the same to the other leg. What I'm going to do now is I have the trousers laid out and I'd pinned all around. So I'm going to remove a pin here, just through the first layer, so it's still sticking in. And then I'm going to separate the trouser layers and pick up one side of fabric like this. So before, the pin was through both the front and back, now it's just through the front. And I'm going to do this to all the pins. So you can just do this by, you can remove the pin. You can fully remove it if you want and just remember where it was. And then I'm going to separate the fabric and just bring the pin through the front. So as you can see, the front and back are separate. And I'm going to do this all the way around. So now that's done, I'm going to pull the fabric out from the bottom and it looks like this. So what I'm going to do now is put the trousers inside out. Do be careful when doing this because you're handling pins. So now the trousers are inside out, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we have to hem up to here, and I'm going to make sure it's the same on each side. So go ahead and grab a measuring tape and measure how far down from the pins the end of a trouser is. So mine is 16 centimeters. Now I'm going to also measure this on the back side to make sure it's the same. So here it's about 15. So this happens because when you put the trouser on, it kind of adjusts, moves around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the length to about 15.5. So that's what I'm going to do. So once I've got my pins at all the same length up, so 15.5, I'm just going to roll the trousers up twice until I reach this line here. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not cutting the trousers, I'm basically going to roll over once, because we already have that nice edge here. So I'm going to roll over to that nice edge and make sure that the seam of the trousers match. I'm going to roll up one more time, but the second time I'm going to roll up slightly more because that's just the way my hem is. So I'm just going to roll up a bit more so that it reaches this line. Now it's important that your whole line is at the 15.5 centimeters here, so that you have a straight hem. So it's important that the pins or reference line is correct. And you can also draw this using chalk or whatever, but I just use the pins. Now I'm just going to now pin down here. 1. You can keep in the original layer of pins and we can remove it after. 2. I'm going to pull that up a little bit more. 3. And now I'm going to flip the trousers round and do the same on the other side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead on the machine. And this edge does link. Make sure you put in a pin here, I'd say, to make sure that they just meet up like that. So you've got the seam lines just matching on one side and also on this side. Now we can just, as you can see, it's not matching too much as of right now. So we just shift that up there, like so. And put a pin down and next to it. Now I'm going to head to the machine and I'm going to sew a line, straight line, using black thread just all across the top and get it just about like 1/2 centimeter down from right there on the top. So I'll meet you at the machine. So now that my machine is threaded, I can grab the trousers here and start sewing along this top edge. So I'm going to place the foot down here and sew about 1/2 centimeter, a centimeter from the edge. So I'm going to do this using a straight stitch where the needle is towards the left of the work because I'm working on this left side. If your work is the other way around, you do it so that the needle is to the right. I'm just going to remove the pins carefully as I go along. And go nice and slowly. There is no rush. And you want to be gently gliding the work, not pulling or snagging anything. Just go extra slowly when you go over this kind of doubled up section because there's more fabric. So now I've gone round the whole trouser. I'm just going to pull this off the machine. And this is what the hem is looking like. So as we can see, because we didn't cut the fabric, the hem is, you know, quite a bit further up. But I do like that look. It gives a really lovely look. It's a different look. And yeah, this is what it's looking like. All one nice straight line, which I'm very pleased with. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the other trouser leg. That's looking really lovely. Try it on, make sure it's a good length. And yeah, we're going to do the other one the exact same. Both legs are now hemmed and ready to wear. I'm very happy about how they turned out. Hopefully you managed to follow along. And thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.